Is it possible to find the perfect place to move to in Raleigh, North Carolina before you move here? It is. Today we're going to explore the different areas around Raleigh, North Carolina so that you can focus your effort on the neighborhoods that are going to work for you and the towns that are going to work for you and for your family. We're going to subdivide the map and look at the southwestern portion today, and watch out for the next video. We'll be looking at different areas outside of Raleigh so you can focus your search. Let's check it out. What we're mostly going to be looking at today is going to be in this area where we're looking at this kind of southwest quadrant of Wake County, from Cary down to Fuquay-Varina. Now, this is a very popular area, very well known, and there's a reason so many people are attracted to this area and want to know more about it. And that is because of accessibility to the usual things you would expect, like shopping and outdoor recreation, really great parks and rec, both Holly Springs and Cary, town of Apex, they all have really great parks, greenways that are well maintained, and beautiful places for kids to play. And that's a big deal. We want stuff to do, places to go. They also have small town feel of, and not particularly totally small town, but they do have, like, I think they'll close off for July 4th and have, you know, festivals on the streets and things like that. Farmers markets in downtown Cary, downtown Apex, all of that. So these become the most popular areas. There are many other areas, obviously, that work. Between Raleigh, kind of between the west and the east side, you do have, there's not a ton right in here. So I just kind of wanted to, you know, kind of put that out there. Right in the middle here, there is plenty of houses and things like that, but not towns and cities. When it comes to big time shopping, Apex and Cary kind of rule. They've got all the major shopping, including Costco and Target and Trader Joe's. They've got it all there. Holly Springs, I would say, ranks as the next best place for shopping. And then Fuquay-Varina, it's in there. They got some stuff. They got a Walmart, they got a Home Depot, but you know, they don't have Target yet. It's coming, and they don't have Costco down there. So going high level for a second, why is Cary so popular? Why is Apex so popular? Well, it really has to do so much with the access to downtown Raleigh and the access to Research Triangle Park. If you talk about two of the areas that are the most populated, that have the most businesses, that have the most economy going on, those are two of the big ones. Obviously, the Research Triangle Park is pretty well known around the world as a place where it's a tech hub. There's a lot of development, a lot of software going on there. Also pharmaceuticals in the area. And you've got the airport right there. So if you're coming in for a corporate meeting, if you're coming in to interview for jobs, whatever it may be, you're traveling for work, then the airport is a big deal and a big location that's needed for people. So stepping outside of the area that we were talking about real quick to Durham and Chapel Hill, you've got certain types of feel with those two places, okay? And again, we're not gonna focus too hard on them, but Chapel Hill's got UNC, University of North Carolina, and that is a big school. It's a college town. You can imagine all the things that come with a college town, sports bars, lots of retail shops and things for, you know, college kids to do. Durham is really more of an old downtown area. Durham is, you know, up and coming, getting better. There's some areas there that I would be very careful of, and I would connect with somebody locally and say, hey, I'm looking in this area, Durham, this house looks really affordable. What do you think? And have somebody like myself take a look at it for you so that you can find out if it's really a nice area or not. But getting back to what we were talking about with Cary, Apex, Holly Springs, and then Fuquay-Varina. Each of them has their own appeal as far as why you might want to live there. And Cary is really kind of the crown jewel. It's close to downtown, but it's not a downtown feel. When you go to Raleigh downtown, you are going to experience a skyline and you're going to experience a bustling, busy downtown area. You've got Beltline 40 and 440 that goes around the center of Raleigh, and you have North Carolina State right in this area here, and it takes up a good portion of the southwestern part of downtown Raleigh. But as you pop out on the freeway and you get a little bit outside of town, you're now in Cary. It's much more suburbia. I wouldn't say large plots of land. I don't think most people there have more than an acre, maybe a quarter, 3/4 or a half an acre is more realistic for the Cary area. As you start to go down this way, all down in here, this is where you're gonna see a lot more space. Not all the time, but you're gonna see a lot more space in these areas down here. So, and then also just all down here, I mean, you've got just wide open space and a lot more older communities that also will be selling a home with like a bigger plot of land. Obviously we're talking about homes, but what's the other appeal for Cary, Apex, Holly Springs? Why would people pay the prices there? Because the prices are a little higher than if you say, you know, go outside of town, you go way outside. Well, it's because of Wake County School District. So Wake County School District has very good ratings. It's got a good reputation. Always investigate the school that you're getting interested in, even if it's a year or two out. We can help you with that as well, but put you in touch with school administrators, find out like, hey, is this even realistic? Just because you move into an area doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to attend that school that's right down the street. They might cap out, they might run out of space. A good example for that, guys, is Holly Springs. So Holly Springs High School, they ran out of space. So they are building a second high school. Now, depending on where you live, you might have been going to the first Holly Springs High School, and now you're going to be going to the other Holly Springs High School by force. Like they're actually making people change schools. Well, you can imagine kids and parents aren't stoked with that. So yeah, you want to make sure you're working with somebody who's going to help you be able to figure all that out and, you know, get the information for you. We've got other videos on this, but Cary has got a gorgeous downtown. It's got a $64 million downtown Cary park that is gorgeous. I will tell you the park is busy and fun. It can definitely be an adventure to be on. They've got all kinds of things. They have a big pond, they have a big skyway walk, they have actually an amphitheater, large playground for kids. It's right next to the library, so if you want to take your kids to the library and go to the park, that's super fun. During the winter, there's all sorts of Christmas trees and different things around for people to do for the holidays. And, you know, but downtown Cary, that's not really where most people are living. There are some homes there, but you've got schools, you've got businesses, you've got all that stuff. As you start to branch outside of the main part of Cary, downtown Cary, you'll see more and more houses there. Let me bring up Cary real quick just so you can see how it kind of sprawls. Okay, here we go. So let me get this out of the way. Look at the sprawl up here. It's basically just across the lake, just across Jordan Lake from Chapel Hill. And Chapel Hill's, you know, pretty far away. So zoom in, it's probably gonna be easier to see. But all these little dotted lines are where Cary has annexed. The town of Cary has annexed. And they're doing that because they're going to provide services there. Obviously, they're going to charge taxes there. And so you want to find out what your taxes are going to be, what your property tax is going to be in each spot. Cary has an extra 32 cents of tax per $100. I think Apex is very similar, about 28. And so you've got this, oh, look, it sprawls all the way down here. Now, I live down here in this area, right down here. We happen to be outside of all the towns. So if you catch a good spot, you can be outside of the town taxes. Now, I don't have, you know, a town that comes and picks up my trash. I have to pay for my trash, but I don't really mind. And I don't have city water. We're not on city water. Depending on the neighborhood, from neighborhood to neighborhood, it's really important. You may be on septic or a well in some neighborhoods. So you want to find out about that ahead of time and find out, you know, what does that mean? Well, obviously you won't have the cost of water, which is great. You won't have to pay the town to ship water into your house and to take your septic away if you have or your sewer away if you have a septic tank. But at the same time, you're going to have certain maintenance that you're going to want to do. Septic tanks need to be repaired. They need to be pumped sometimes. And if there's a problem, then you're kind of on your own. There's no city the city's not gonna come out and fix your septic tank because it's on your property and you own it. So we had a septic issue. And I think it's because we added a bathroom and also we had a lot of rain for a while. And so that septic system wasn't too happy. And so eventually we had to make some changes to the system. We didn't have to replace it, thank God, because that's a big expense. My neighbor did, and that's because his leach field where the septic runs off into the field had run out. The county comes out and will tell you, hey, you can't use the septic system anymore and you have to move it. And you better have the space to do that. Otherwise, so you need to have a repair field. There's a lot to know when you're moving into North Carolina if you aren't in like a city center kind of spot. Same thing with the water in a well. You want to maintain the well, make sure the well water's getting tested and stuff like that. So that's Cary. Again, and the prices here are a little higher, 700, 800,000 for a house. It's a lot for a lot of people. It's definitely above the median price, above the average price for Wake County, and above the national price, to be quite frank. Let's take a look next at Apex, and I'll just bring it up on the map. Now let's scroll out here from Apex. See how Apex sprawls down here as well. And you might be thinking, well, isn't that another town? Or, so we just discovered that New Hill is being really highly developed down here, very close to US 1. You can see how the system kind of runs through all of this except for the middle of Cary. There's nothing running through there. You have to take Kildare Farms Road all the way through. But Kildare Farm Road is a nice big sized road. It gets a little blocked up during traffic during commuter time. But let's take a look at Apex and how that's kind of sprawled out over here to the west towards Jordan Lake. So you can see the sprawl. You can see these areas down here where they've sprawled out, and they're going to probably be doing some development because everything trickles down from Research Triangle Park, and it just people want to be close to there. Well, if they can't find what they want in that area, they go to the next area, they go to the next area, and they just start coming down here to Apex. Here's the Apex downtown area. It's it's really only like 1 block, 2 blocks, but like a couple blocks of old buildings, really cute stores, restaurants, great ice cream shop. There's a new bakery down there. Some great stuff down there. But again, it's not huge. That's very small town feel. One quick thing we like about Apex, we have little kids, and the police department and fire department are fantastic. They will take your kids in, they will give them a badge, they will give them a fire hat. The kids just love it, and they go down there over and over again just to say hi to the firemen and say hi to the policemen. So Apex is awesome. It feels like a safe place to live. And over here in the west, as I said, you've got a lot of Lennar homes going in, MI homes. Friendship Station is a big place for people to be looking at. Very convenient, like it's the next Cary. People like to talk about that a lot. We have a whole nother video on this, but Holly Springs is a little further south. Let's see, there's Holly Springs. We talk about lots of different areas in Holly Springs. Check out that video. I will point my fingers, but who knows where the little button's gonna come up. You wanna check out that one, and we dissect this specific area. So as you can see, just in these 3 towns here, there's a lot of attraction to these areas. Your median price in Holly Springs is gonna be less than Cary, and there's new construction in Holly Springs. Not a ton, but there's definitely a few developments happening there where you can get newer homes that were built in the last 5-10 years. Everybody has their own choice on that. Everybody has their own preference as to how they want to, buy a home. If they want to buy brand new, nobody's ever lived there before. Totally awesome. We can get you that in Holly Springs, we can get you that in Apex too. Cary, not so much. There's not a lot. There is a little bit on the west side over here near 540 freeway, kind of down here in this area. They're building some condos down here. And along inside, there's places where people are tearing down old homes. So the main buildings is Town Hall Commons, is my favorite wine place. I talk about it all the time. Wine 100, what's up? Give me some free wine. And yeah, the main downtown is basically like 3 big blocks here. If we go back to Apex and click on the thing, where are you? Right here. That's a cool overview of Apex downtown. This is the main downtown walking area. So this is kind of the first block, the second block. So as I said, here's the cool fire station place. There's the cool firehouse. Right down here is where the police station is. This particular Google Map video doesn't show it. This is it. This is downtown Apex. That's it. I mean, yeah, there's another block down here, but that's really it. So you've got Salem Street Pub, you've got Mission Cafe, as well as ice cream and other stuff there. I would say small town feel, but the interesting thing is you might be thinking, well, where's the shops and where's Target? Well, you have to kind of leave this area Let me see if I can get us out of here. And go up north, up into these other like crossroads and different areas up here. The other stores will start to show up. Yeah. Home Depot, et cetera, Walden Woods, all these different areas up here. So a lot of towns in North Carolina have cute little downtowns, and I'm glad that they kept them intact. It's not where most people hang out. They hang out there for fun. They hang out there on the weekends. Tourists go there. And yeah, it's what people do, you know, for date night and that kind of stuff. Cary, we've got tons of videos about Cary and the downtown park. Let me just drop you in there. That's the Skyway that you can walk on. Up here you can see photos and an aerial of the fountain, the cafe, the amphitheaters here where the grass is. They do concerts, they do movies, and this is the library and condos and different things. Libraries here, condos are here. And they just got cool sculptures. Oh, I forgot the dog park. Yes, they have the dog park here. I mean, this is a cool shot. Look at that. That is awesome. You can just kind of sit and hang out with friends. There's the playground. There is a dog park, and there is what's called the Bark Bar. Okay, and basically the Bark Bar is you go have a beer, you can sit and watch your dog run around in the dog run, and it's kind of a cool, chill little place to be. That's really the majority of the major towns here on the west side. There's a lot of little pockets in here, so we want to place you in the perfect spot. If you are looking at moving to the area and buying a house in the area, contact me and my team. We will have a quick consultation. Let's just find out what you need so you can start targeting the right area. You'll save time, you'll save stress and money. You don't want to wing it. You don't want to just kind of go, well, it looks good, looks like it's close to everything, you know. I would definitely have somebody on the ground taking a look for you if you don't already have that. We're happy to help you out. We're going to do another video where we start to move around Raleigh, and I think we're going to go counterclockwise because I'm kind of a counterclockwise kind of person. But I want to thank you for joining me on this day, and I hope this was interesting for you. If you're on your phone or whatever, like and subscribe. And if you are moving to North Carolina, please fill out the form. I know you have choices for who can help you relocate. I relocated a few years ago, and I'd like to make the move easy for you. We have little kids. We did it with all of that stuff, shipping cars and shipping our stuff across the country. So please get in touch with us. You can just send us an email or drop us a text or call, and we'll get together and see where we can get you a good fit here in the Raleigh area. Thanks for your time.